Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So today we are back with another video on why Geomancer is so awesome. If you are a regular of my channel, you know that I've been speaking a lot about Geomancer, about how good he is, about how busted he is, and so on and so forth. Well, if you don't believe me by now, because I already showed him that he's good in Hydra, that he's good for Doom Tower bosses, I need to show him that he's good for the clan boss, the regular, the Demon Lord. I'm showing you now how busted he can be for the sake of Bommal as well. The way that we are going to defeat Bommal is just like the way that we showed on the Eternal Dragon, is we will only have damage from Geomancer's A3 and basically the passive. So what we will rely on is Geomancer's HP burn to go on the boss, and the dread bombs and the boss himself hit us, and we deal with the boss by killing it. Basically the boss kills himself. The way this tactic works though is a little bit different. I did not min-max it right now. It's the first stage, it's only stage 10 of Bommal on hard, so it's not a perfect showcase. I'm gonna show it again once I get to stage 50 and once I get to stage 90. Basically what I just did now is first tried it. I did it with Duchess, with Brogni, and I said, you know what, let me drop some of those legendaries and at least try and bring it a little bit lower. And what you see in the background was my experiment using the same core with Tatura and Geomancer, Rector as the lead for the increased resist, from the lead, and the decreased attack on day one, plus the heal. Vogas, which is the kind of like the MVP alongside Geomancer, because he's the one that takes the hits from the boss and the dread bombs. If you do not have a Vogas, you can try and use Master Butcher, but it's gonna be more difficult because Master Butcher will not heal from the hits done by the boss himself. I'm gonna try it on stage 90 when I'm gonna do it instead of Vogas, to try and use Master Butcher and make it work, because he still heals from the dread bombs, and different from Vogas, he heals from the full damage that he takes himself. He heals everybody else. So if I'm gonna pair him alongside somebody like a Godseeker or Neri, it might work. It might still work with Master Butcher, but I'm gonna be testing out. The whole idea and the whole way this team actually works, it revolves around Tatura's A1, the decreased accuracy. So now, like I said, I didn't perfectly speed tune it. It's the first one, didn't really stress about it, but I wanted to show how easy this one actually works. And it was full auto, by the way. I didn't even touch it. The whole idea is you will have normally your Tatura going first, placing that decreased accuracy, because if you do that, the problem with this boss is this boss has like 750 accuracy if we're talking about stage 90. So if you bring somebody like Tatura that does it on 100% chance on the A1, then you do the A1, then you can start doing with everybody else the debuffs, because you should not get those bombs placed on yourself if you have the right accuracy. So for example, the way that I'm trying to build my team, when I'm gonna get to that point, for now I only have Tatura, and actually I think I only have Rector with the right resistance. So basically the resistance that you would like to have on everybody is around 400 resistance. Then use Rector for the lead for the extra resistance, and then obviously you have the decreased accuracy like I mentioned. Obviously if you have the better champions, if you have a Sif, you put the Sif in there because she gives you 80 resist lead plus the increased speed plus shield plus other stuff, because you would not worry about buffs being stolen with this tactic as the boss. Even if he removes your buffs, unless you get 3%, and you will not get those bombs on, so you shouldn't have a problem, so you should survive. And the whole idea here is, like I said, apart from the decreased accuracy, Geomancer's HP burn is the one that is placed on the boss, and because the dread bombs do so much damage, you have somebody like Vogoth or what's his face, Master Butcher at the end, taking the heat and healing everybody else in front, that Geomancer does not die, his HP burn stays on the boss, and you keep doing a ton of damage, and you should basically kill it pretty fast. So the way that I'm gonna try and do it for later on is I want to see again how it works on 50 and 90, and then I'm gonna try and see what way I can find to make it to speed farm, because some people might want to speed farm this dungeon, because the fortitude set is pretty decent. It gives you 40 resist plus a 10% increased defense from the materials you get here. So some people might not care about trying to get the lethal gear from you know, from the Dark Fate. They might want to try and farm this, so why not? Let's try and find a way to speed farm this boss as well if you can. There's obviously other options I've showed on my channel. There's the all healers and revivers options, which I guess I can pin it over here. There's the option of soloing with Samar, which I can pin it over there. I have Crimson Helm as a solo. You know, there's lots, like there's more and more options and ways of dealing with this boss. But obviously, if it can be done easier instead of like just building one, if you do not want to waste resources to build one champion to deal with this, and you already have champions like Lydia, like Tatura, like Geo, like Rector, like some Duchess, Brognies, whatever. If you already have them built, if you can just bring them to use them for the sake of this one, why not, you know? Let's just jump into the next one. So this one's the same thing. Jvogos died, we revive, boom, same thing. This one ends at 3 minutes and 21. And then the last one that I tried is I tried to, you know, make it budget. I just dropped Lydia and brought in Godseeker. So this one was obviously a little bit slower on the waves because we don't have the decreased defense and weaken, but it's same principle. This one here I'm mistaken because I changed my preset. I didn't open with Tatura's A1 here with the decreased accuracy. So yeah, it could have gone risky, but we were lucky because we stole the third meter with Geomancer. But this one's the same principle. Like I said, at the end, it's what, around 4 minutes and a bit. 4 minutes 20. To be fair, it's not so bad for Bommal. That's extremely hard. It's not so bad. We're gonna obviously, I'm gonna show you more testing when I get to the next stage, to 50 and to 90, because 10 is pretty easy. But I guess what I wanted to do with this video now is just show you the core mechanic and like what you try to build, what you should try to build, what you should try to prepare for this one and for the higher level at least. So let me just show you a little bit the build. I'm not gonna go too in depth about in this video. I'm just gonna show you on the next one. But yeah, let's have a quick look at the builds. So like I said, Tatura, the one thing that I didn't do is obviously it has the right accuracy, the way that you would want it. Like I said, you would want around 400 resist and around 300 accuracy and over 250 speed for Tatura, because the boss on floor 90 has 250 speed. So you would obviously want, actually Tatura would want even higher speed, because you would want Tatura to be the first one going, and then you would still want Geomancer to go before the boss goes, because otherwise you miss out on one AoE hit, and that's like a shame. So let's say you try to get your Tatura to be 260 to 265, have your Geo be like 251 plus. But yeah, these are the stats. I do not necessarily care about damage. This was the build I have on Tatura from the previous use, which was in the Eternal Dragon. Godseeker, I honestly didn't change anything. Godseeker, she's just like in the build from Hydra, so there's nothing too interesting to show around here. Same for Tatura. Tatura, same masteries from like standard PvE masteries. Obviously you would like to have Master Hexer. This can help to extend that decrease accuracy. That's a good thing. You don't need Sniper, because if he's booked, it's a 100% chance to land on the A1. Geomancer, he's in my Hydra build. I did not change him, but the same principle, you would want the same stats for him. So you know what, let me not stop showing you everybody else. Vogoth, you would like in Guardian. That's the only thing that you care. Vogoth in Guardian, and the stats that you're going to see on Rector is roughly the stats that you're going to want to see on every single champion in your team, and they are as follows. Like I said, 321 accuracy I have on Rector. You want around 350 to be 100% sure land the debuffs, but 320 should be decent enough. Resistance, you want 400 plus. I have 420 because I glyphed some stuff. So remember, you want 400 plus her lead, because she brings an extra 55 for Doom Tower. Then over 250 speed, like shown here, and then survivability. It's gonna be slower on the waves, but it's gonna be fast on the boss. The boss is gonna die just like boom, boom, boom. Pretty fast. So maybe you might be able to try and get those stats that you want, the accuracy, the resist, and the speed, and maybe you can squeeze some damage into Geo, I don't know, or maybe just squeeze the damage into Tatura Rhyme and keep Geo tanky, because you want to make sure he's the one that survives, because his passive is the one that does most damage. So I guess this is gonna be it for the video today. I just wanted to show you the slight concept, the idea behind this type of team. And like I said, I'm gonna come back later once floor 50 and 90 is gonna open up, and I'm gonna show the team again. I'm gonna rebuild them. I'm gonna try and make different options with, you know, maybe using as many epics as possible to make it as free-to-play friendly as possible. I'm gonna try and drop Vogoth and bring Master Butcher. Let me show you who Master Butcher is in case you have him to save him. So if you go to the dwarves, is this champion. Like, I'm quite sure you've seen me use this champion quite for a while on my channel for Hydra, for secret runes, but you know, he's pretty awesome with his passive. So you know, keep that in mind, because he could be useful if you do not have a Vogoth. I guess we're gonna see after I test it myself. But thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you have luck with beating Bommal today, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.